Yo, Yossi here with another YF1 video back on F1 2020. I hope everyone is doing well. You're tuning in for the 5th race of the season, which is in the Netherlands, coming off a great race in China where we managed to secure P4, so in the championship battle. And we want to just make sure we keep this momentum up, keep bringing in the good results, and make sure we give the Mercedes a really good battle to the end. And we're here in Netherlands, which is a new track on the F1 2020 calendar, full of twists and turns, which really struggle there for grip. As you can see, you just get a little bit on the grass there. Like I said, it was a high-speed track full of twists, full of turns, and the gradient changes are crazy on this track. But it's a really good, fun drive. As we put in a lap time there in qualification and finish P2, only provisional P2 though, but as you can see our time tumbles down as the new times come through, and we end up being in P12, P13 if you check the top left. So we've only got 1.5 minutes left of this qualification session, and we want to put in the best possible lap time to try and secure some good points as we put in a purple sector 1 there. So we're really pushing hard on this last qualifying lap. There is no chance for mistakes here if we want to bag some points, as we put in a green sector 2, so we're really doing well on this lap. If anybody doesn't know, a purple sector 1 is the best of the session, so meaning you're faster than all the other cars, and a green sector 2, a green means it's your personal best, so there's still room for improvement. As we get on full on the accelerator, open up the DRS, go down the pit straight, can we produce? We reach a green sector 2 and qualify P5. I will take that as a great result, much better than P13, which puts us in a great position to start the race. And away we go on this Netherlands track. We get an amazing launch off the line, sneaking past the Racing Point team as if they're not even there, as we set our eyes on the two Mercedes, while Perez, is that Sergio? Yes, it is Sergio Perez giving us a battle there for P3. He's not going to give that position up too easily. As we go into the carousel-like turn on this roller coaster of a track, Sergio Perez is forced to concede the position as we hold the racing line and hold P3. A superb start. Can we hold it? Oh, it's slippery there on the curb as we counter steer and just keep that on track. A bit of a fright there, but we managed to get away with that. Now we're in P3, a dream start. And it's all about, I guess, just keeping this position all the way towards the end of the race. You know, we can set our target for taking Valtteri Bottas maybe in P2, but worst case scenario is finishing anything less than P3. And as you remember from that Vietnam race, which still haunts me to this day, the last time we had a P3, we slipped down and fluffed our lines and ended in P11. There is no way we can let that happen again. And the only way we won't let that happen is if we keep a nice, clean race, keep consistently being fast, and bring the car home in a podium position. As we get quite close to Valtteri Bottas, to be fair, he looks like we can take him, and that target of P2 might be more realistic than we initially thought. As we get very close here in the carousel turn, if we can just get a good exit, maybe we can take Valtteri Bottas. Maybe we can use the ERS to gain some kind of advantage. It's going to be a tight race, it looks like, because Lewis Hamilton seems to have just absolutely disappeared. He's opened up a almost 2.5 second gap, but Valtteri Bottas isn't getting away from us that easily. One lap later and Valtteri Bottas is still there in our sights, still within a second of us. So P2 really is for the taking if we can just stay consistent and keep pushing. But fast forward to lap 7 and somehow he seems to have opened up a gap of 3.3 seconds as we enter the pits and switch onto the mediums. If we stand a chance of taking P2, we really have to push with these fresh tyres. And immediately we produce a purple sector 1 there, fastest of the race so far. So we just got to keep this momentum up and produce really good sectors throughout this lap, and maybe we can close the gap on Valtteri Bottas. As we head down towards the end of sector 2, and it's a green sector 2 there, so still our personal best. We're still driving as fast as we ever have on this track as we hunt down Raikkonen and enter the last 2 corners. Really fun corners these are, as you get on the accelerator early and just go full throttle straight through as we try and nip some slipstream as he goes into the pits, and we produce a purple sector 3, the fastest lap of the race, performing when it really matters. as we go past turn 1, and there is Valtteri Bottas just coming out of the pits. So if you remember, we had a gap of 3.3 when we entered the pits, and now look at that, we produced the fastest lap, and now our gap has closed to 0.6 seconds. A superb result, and really puts us back in the fighting as we push on and keep Valtteri Bottas in our sights, in our target lock, pushing as hard as we can, going as fast as we can, as we produce a purple sector 1 there, keeping this pace up and showing a level of consistency which is required to win races. It's one thing to be fast on 1 lap, it's another to keep the pace up for 18 laps of a race, as we open up a DRS and try and gain on Valtteri Bottas, but no real doing there. As we produce a green sector 2, can we produce another fastest lap? Oh, we just miss out there, a 1/10 of a second of our previous best, but still evidence of a really good pace level that I am keeping up. And as you can see, Valtteri Bottas is really struggling to get away from us here, as we really give him a run for his money. Having said that though, further down the race we do make a few mistakes. As you can see there, we touch the gravel, having to get off the throttle, and these kind of small mistakes really can cost you races. There you go again, almost as if I'm driving a tractor going on the grass there. And we fast forward to the last lap of the race, and Valtteri Bottas has opened up a 7-second gap, but we do pass the checkered flag in P3, so it's another podium place of the season. Very, very happy with that, considering it's a new track, so I've never raced this on previous games before. We get driver of the day there, Max Verstappen, so I'll take that. Very, very happy with that performance. Up from P5 into P3 and managed to keep the championship fight alive, as the gap to the championship leader is only 23 points. So tune in for the next race to see how we get along with closing that gap. I should be able to include steering wheel footage on our next race, so make sure you subscribe and like, and you'll be able to see that on the next episode. You're watching another YF1 video. It's your boy Yossi. Take care, and we'll see you soon.